All right, we're starting off with number 63 in our homework problems. And looking at this one, it's kind of like taking off what we just talked about in the previous problem with Hess's law. Here's our answer. Calculate the enthalpy change for this particular reaction given this known information. So we need to rearrange these two equations to form this equation with some energy result. All right, let's do it. So I'm going to start off just like I did in the previous problem and rewrite the answer further down. To oxygen, gases, P4O10, solid. And it's got some energy value that, whoops, yeah, put it a little further down. Something like that. All right, so I'll draw a line. So there's our answer. We need to rearrange these two equations to look like this. So P4O6, there it is. It's on the right-hand side, needs to be on the left. So I'll just flip that around. I'll say P4O6, draw the line over, and we get P4 solid plus 3 O2 gases. Okay? This one here, P410, that's on the right-hand side. It is on the right-hand side. Looks ready to go. So I'm going to rewrite that. Oh, by the way, I forgot the energy. Delta H. I flipped this equation, so I need to make it a plus 1640.1 kilojoules. Okay. This one I mentioned is on the right-hand side, so it's all good. I can just rewrite it. It's got an energy value. I didn't have to use any coefficients on this one, so I don't have to do any multiplying. For example, if I doubled this, like times 2, times 2, times 2, this also would be times 2 as well. We didn't do that, so I don't need to worry about it. Okay, so looking at this equation, let's make sure everything's good. This drops down, P4 and P4, they both cancel, one on the left, one on the right. 3 and 5, these three are gone. I'm left with 2, and what a surprise. I need to have 2. P410, P410, 1 and 1, it's good. Now I can just add these two numbers up, and you will find that you get a negative 1,300 kilojoules of energy. Done. That's it for that problem. All right, let's look at the very last problem, 71. Interesting one. It's a thermite problem, really exothermic. You have this reaction in which you have some solid aluminum, some iron oxide, and it goes through a chemical change in which you get some aluminum oxide and iron as a result. They use this, as I mentioned here, for like some underwater metal work in which you can get iron as a product, which is kind of convenient if you have an iron boat. Makes sense to me. In order to do this type of a problem, we're looking at the heats of formation that you will get out of the book, Appendix C. Well, it just so happens I already have this information, so we're going to go ahead and do this. This is a whole new process when you're looking at enthalpy values. Typically the way this works is, let's see if I can do this. It's the sum of the enthalpies of the products let's do this, minus the sum of the enthalpies of the reactants. So this is how it always works for these guys. Products minus reactants, products minus reactants. All right, if I look in the back of the book, I will see that I have a sum total of 2 irons, and iron is in its elemental state. How much energy does it take to make iron from its elements, iron? No energy at all. It just is. So I don't need to worry about that. But again, it's a sum total of the products. If I find solid aluminum oxide, I will just see a number that just so happens to be negative 1,669.8 kilojoules. And that's the total of the products. And I said products minus reactants. I look at the reactants. I have 2 aluminums in its elemental state. I don't need to worry about that. So I will go ahead and just ignore that. Plus, let's see, I've got 1 of the iron oxides. That just so happens to be negative 822.16 kilojoules. All right, if I do the math, add all these guys up, you will get a value of negative 847.64 kilojoules. This is a process that you should be familiar with. It's pretty straightforward, but just understand this equation. I believe it's in our homework packet, the equations that you always have available to you on every test, but just be familiar with it so you don't have any issues putting that together. Okay, that is the end of the lecture.